Hello, Keller class. It's Friday morning, the 29th of January, and this is our last lesson on multiplication and division. So we've got another lesson of problem solving, and problem solving is tricky, but I'm sure we can do it. So let's have a look at question 1. So question 1 says the beads below are shared between 3 people. How many beads does each person receive? So the first thing I have to do is work out how many beads there are. I want to work out how many are in a group. So there are 4 in a group. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. So the first thing I have to do is work out how many there are altogether. So I've got 6 lots of 4. 6 fingers counting in 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So there are 24 beads. But the question asks me to share those beads between 3 people, and how many does each person get? So I've now got to do 24 divided by 3 equals. So now I've got to count in 3s to 24. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. That was 8. So each person will get 8 beads. Okay, so let's look again. We worked out how many beads there were altogether. There are 24. And then I had to share those beads between 3 people. So I had to count in 3s to 24, and my answer was 8. That's clear. And have a look at B. So I'd like you to have a go at B. So B says the same beads are shared between 4 people. How many beads does each person receive? So remember, there are 24 beads. And if you're sharing, are you going to divide or multiply? I'd like you to have a go at 1B. Pause the video and have a go. Okay. Did you do 24 divided by 4? I hope you did. Right, let's have a look at question 2. Now, question 2, I'm going to do, it's a horrid question, and I'll let you into a secret, Keller class. Mr. Haslam couldn't do question 2. So let's see what we can do. So question 2 says, work out the missing value below. So this is what it wants us to work out. And it's given us some information. It says, when I add this number to this number, they make 63. So I've got to work out what 2 of those equal. And the way I do that is to work out what 63 divided, take away 17 is. So the first thing I have to do is work out what 63 take away 17 is. Okay. Now, I'm going to do that as a column subtraction. Okay. I'm going to do 60. 3. Take away 17. Okay. I'll do my equals. Okay. 3 take away 7. Can I do 3 take away 7? Hold up 3 fingers in front of you. Can you take 7 away from those? No, you can't. So I've got to exchange. So I'm going to exchange, I'm going to cross out that 6 and I'm going to put 5. And I'm going to exchange that 10 or 10 ones. So I've now got 13 ones. Take away 7. I'm going to count on from 7 to 13. 7 in my head. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That made 6. So now, subtracting my 10s, 5 take away 1 is 4. So I know that 2 of these make 46. So I've got to work out what half of 46 is. I've got to divide 46 by 2. Okay, so I'm going to partition it. So I'm going to say 40 divided by 2. Oh, I didn't want it to be in capitals, did I? Sorry, Mrs. Haslam. Don't worry if this is tricky for you. Remember, Mr. Haslam couldn't do it. I'm just showing you, just so you know how to do it in future, but really don't worry about it. 40 divided by 2. Well, I know that 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 40 is 10 times bigger than 4, so my answer has to be 10 times bigger than 2. It has to be 20. Okay. 6 divided by 2 equals, so I'm going to count in 2s to 6, 2, 4, 6, and that makes 3. And then I add those two numbers together. 20 plus 3 equals 20 in my head, 23. Okay, so this missing value is 23. Okay, that's 23. And this one is 23 and 17. Okay, and 23 and 17 make 40. Doesn't matter this bit, but 23 and 40 makes 63. Don't worry about question 2. It's a horrid question. Okay, I'm going to move on now. Okay, this is the next question that I'd like you to have a go at. So you've had a go at 1B, and I'm going to ask you to do question 3, but let's talk about it first of all. It says there are 35 children at a play. 3 times as many adults are at a play. How many people in total are at the play? So we've got the text, thank you. We've got 35 children, and there are 3 times as many adults, so we've got 1 time, okay. How many people are at the play in total? So you've got to count how many lots of 35 you are and multiply them. Remember, you're going to have to multiply the 10s, multiply the 1s and add them together. Okay, good luck. Pause the video and have a go at question 3, please. Now I'm going to work out question 4 for us. Here are some balance scales. Work out the weight of the baby giraffe. So it gives us some information. So it tells us that 1 box is equal to those, and a giraffe is equal to 4 boxes. So the first thing I have to do is work out the weight of 1 box. So 1 box, I've got 6 lots of 5 kilograms and then 500 grams, and 500 grams is half a kilogram. So the first thing I've got to do is 6 times 5 kilograms equals. So 6 fingers counting in 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. is 30 kilograms. And I've got 500 grams. Okay, so that tells me how much one box is. I'm going to put equals one box so it's nice and clear. Oopsie, let's make that longer. Okay, but my baby giraffe is 4 boxes. So I've got to multiply this number here by 4. So I'm going to do underneath. So 30 times 4 equals. So I know that 4 times 3 is 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. And 30 is 10 times bigger than 3. So my answer is going to be 10 times bigger than 12. So it's going to be 120 kilograms. Okay. But I've also got this 500 grams here. So I've got to do 500 times 4 equals. Now I know that 4 times 5 is 20, but my answer's got to be 100 times bigger than that. So my answer's got to be 2,000 grams. And I know that 2,000 grams is exactly the same as 2 kilograms because there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So to get the weight of my baby giraffe, I've now got to add up those answers. So 120 add 2 equals 122 kilograms. Okay, so I had a look at how much one box was, got my answer, and then I multiplied that by 4. So my baby kilogram, my baby giraffe is 122 kilograms. Okay, so the last question we're going to do today, and I'd like you to have a go at it. So it says potatoes are sold in 2 kilograms and 5 kilogram sacks, and Max buys 50 kilograms in total, and he buys 10 of these sacks. We've got to work out how many of these sacks he buys. Okay, so the first thing you're going to have to do is work out what 10 lots of 2 kilograms are, and that will tell you how much of those he's bought. You've then got to take that number away from 50, and that will tell you how much of those he's got, but it won't tell you how many bags he's bought. You've then got to divide that number by 5. So you've got 3 sums to have a go at there. You've got to do 10 lots of 2, take it away from this, and then that answer you've got to divide by 5. Okay, good luck, Keller class. I'm looking forward to seeing 1B from you, question 3 and question 5.